When he got home that night, he hugged Amarachi passionately. Amarachi was confused. She thought within herself what would have made Tobena to be very excited, because for the past 6 months he has been acting cold towards her, always coming back home drunk and angry, and she dare not question him. If not, she will receive the beating of her life that night. Tobena screamed, "I have been invited for an interview tomorrow," he said with so much excitement. Amarachi could not believe her ears. She opened her mouth wide and said, "Wow, this is good news. Thank you, Jesus. You have done it." Tobena and Amarachi was very excited that night. It has been long. They were both excited as couples. So that moment meant a lot to Amarachi. Early the next morning, Tobena woke up very early, got dressed, and was ready to leave for the interview. With the help of Amarachi, who made sure that his clothes was neatly ironed and his credentials was well arranged with hot coffee to prepare him for the day. Before Tobena stepped out of the house, Amarachi held his hand and made a short prayer, saying, asking God for his presence to go with him and that he will receive favor from the interviewers. "Amen," Tobena said as he left for the interview. Few hours later, Amarachi was in the kitchen preparing something delicious when she heard Tobena screaming with excitement, "Ami! Ami! I got the job!" Amarachi rushed out to meet him at the sitting room. Then he grabbed her and spinned her 360. Tobena was so excited. He screamed, "I got the job!" Amarachi smiled and said, "Congratulations, dear. I'm very proud of you." Tobena went ahead telling Amarachi the privilege that comes with the job. Ami, you won't believe it. This job is a huge one. As I'm talking to you now, we are going to be vacating this house. Like, hey, because this job came with an official mansion and a brand new car. Can you believe it? Hey, now so God they change people's story. Look at how God turned my story around in one day. Kai, this one shocked me, yo. Amarachi said, this is the Lord's doing, and it's marvelous in our sight. Only him can change the story of a man in one day. They both celebrated that night. It was a joyful moment for them. Even his twins boys were so excited to see their dad happy and celebrating with their mother, because all they have seen was quarreling and argument. But today was different, and this made them so happy. The days that followed was a joyful moment for them as Tobena resumed work and they moved into their new house and owned a brand new car. Everything was going on perfectly well for them. Everything was looking so perfect, and Amarachi was very excited. She was happy that everything was working out perfectly well as she had prayed. Tobena stopped keeping late nights. He stopped nagging and always looking angry, like an angry lion. He went back to being a caring and loving husband and father to his family. Every evening when Tobena is coming back from work, he will buy goodies, chocolates, biscuits, ice cream, and lots more, just name it, for his wife and kids. Amarachi blessed God every day for changing her husband. Not until one Sunday afternoon, everything changed. When Tobena was driving around the estate, when he saw a beautiful curvy lady, he stopped and stepped down of the car. He said, "Hi, beautiful. I'm Tobena. What's your name?" "I'm Bianca. How can I help you?" The young lady responded. Tobena giggled. "Wow, what a beautiful name for a beautiful lady." "Well, Bianca, I love you and I will want us to connect." Bianca smiled and said, "Can you take care of me? Like, look at me from head to toe. Can you take care of my expensive lifestyle? Because I'm too expensive to maintain." Tobena laughed. "How much is it to maintain you? As you can see, I have the cash, I have the ego, and I'm up to the tax. Not too much talk. Give me your account number. Let me show you small lifestyle." Bianca gave him the account, and in few seconds, her phone vibrated. Bianca screamed, "Wow, 500k? Just like that?" "Yes now, that is to show you that I'm up to the tax," Tobena said proudly. "And if you can treat me well, there is more from where this is coming from." With that, they entered the car and zoomed off. Tobena took Bianca to a luxurious hotel where they both enjoyed themselves, having the best wine, laughing and drinking, and finally enjoying each other in bed. It was already 12 a.m. and Tobena have not yet returned back home. Amarachi stayed awake looking at the clock, calling his number, but he wasn't picking up. Amarachi was very disturbed. She was worried. If something bad has happened to Tobena. As she was pacing around the sitting room, she heard a knock on the door. She quickly opened it. Tobena walked in. "Where have you been? What happened? Why are you coming back by this time?" Amarachi asked all at once, looking very worried. Tobena did not even care. He just said, "Excuse me, woman. I don't have strength for all this your question." Then he walked out on her. Amarachi was shocked. She was surprised. She wondered what must have happened. She just assumed that he might be having a bad day. But unknown to Amarachi, that was just the beginning of her misery. The next day, when Tobena went to work, during lunch break, he sat with his two friends, Ugo and Enkay. As they were discussing, Tobena said, "Ha, my guys, if you see the babe wey I cross last night, hey, you go bow. She get front, she get back, she get everything. She too soft. Kai, only her breast alone na vital foam. I die there oh. No retreat, no surrender. Abeg, I don tire to dey eat dry fish. My wife too dry like bonga fish. Make her eat better thing abeg. Ugo and Ike burst into laughter. Tobena, you be bad guy, Ugo and Ike said, laughing out loud. Ugo and Ike was nothing different from Tobena. They were the same birds that flocked together. Ugo and Ike are also cheaters. So it was an association of cheating husbands where they encourage each other to cheat on their wives. So every weekend, Tobena, Ugo and Ike spend it at the club, drinking, dancing and having fun, enjoying themselves with different ladies. And after clubbing, they will take the ladies to a hotel. Tobena always take Bianca for his weekend cruising. And Bianca was up to the task. And she make sure she turned Tobena into her ATM card, always collecting huge amounts of money from him. Amarachi will stay awake all night waiting for Tobena. Some nights he will not even return back home. Amarachi will cry herself to sleep. While some nights he will return back past midnight. And if Amarachi asks him where he is coming back from, he will shout at her angrily, saying, I am the man of this house. Therefore, you have no right to question my authority. And if you don't like how I live my life, you can as well leave. He will say angrily and walk out on her. Why sometimes he will descend on her, beating her blue black. Amarachi was so sad. She was devastated and frustrated. Just when she thought that everything have returned back to normal, she wept bitterly. Then she decided that she will not question him or ask him about where he's coming back from again. So with that, Tobena was free like a bird. He goes out and come back whenever and however he likes. He will not return back home for days. Amarachi was devastated but decided to find solace in her children and her business. So she removed her focus from Tobena and focused on her children and her business. And with that, her business blossomed and she started buying properties, acquiring lands and houses. Amarachi was very happy for the new progress she was making. Months later, Bianca told Tobena that she was pregnant. Tobena was shocked. Then he told her to abort the pregnancy. Bianca screamed, "What? I should do what? Abort this pregnancy? I will do no such thing. You must take responsibility. You must take responsibility for this child. If not, you will not like what will happen to you." Tobena was shocked and confused. He just wanted to enjoy Bianca and go. He did not have any plan to impregnate her or marry her. But Bianca had her own plans to use a child to tie him down so she can still collect more money from him. So Tobena had no choice but to accept the pregnancy. Months later, Bianca gave birth to a baby girl. With time, Tobena stopped showing up in her place. And when she called Tobena, he will not pick her calls. So Bianca decided to go to his house. That Sunday afternoon, Amarachi had a knock on the door. When she opened the door, she was surprised to see a young lady with a little baby. Before Amarachi could ask any question, Bianca pushed her and entered the house and started screaming, "Tobena! Tobena! Come out here! You foolish man! You think you can impregnate me and abandon me? No way! That will not happen! Come out here, oh! Come out and take your responsibility." Amarachi stood in surprise, looking at her as she was ranting. Amarachi was not even disturbed because she already knows that her husband was a public dog. She just stared at her, watching the drama. Then Tobena came out and dragged Bianca outside and shouted at her, "What are you doing here?" Bianca replied, "I will not take care of this child alone. Oh. I have been calling you and you have not been responding. So I have come here." Tobena asked, "So what do you want?" Bianca replied, "Good question. Place me on a monthly salary of 500k every month so I can take care of myself and this child. If not, I will drop this child for you." Tobena did not even object. He said, "Done. Now leave." Bianca left. Amarachi, who was standing at the window listening to them, just shook her head. All this did not stop Tobena from cheating. Tobena did not change. He kept on following everything unscathed. And in 3 years, he has impregnated 2 ladies and have 2 children outside his matrimonial home. Amarachi was very sad, but decided not to bother herself at all. She had grown thick skin. She just went ahead with her life as if nothing happened. Months later, Tobena told his wife, Amarachi, that he was traveling for a business trip to Enugu. Meanwhile, Tobena and his friends, Ugo and Enkay, took a leave break from their office to go enjoy themselves in Lagos. So when they got to Lagos, they lodged in a 5-star hotel where they enjoyed themselves to the fullest, going for clubbing, drinking, sleeping with different ladies, fat, slim, dark, fair, just name it. They visited different places, the beach, and lot more. So one day, after a stressful and enjoyable day at the club and being drunk, as they were driving back to the hotel, Ugo was the one driving, while Enkay was sitting next to him, and Tobena was seated at the back seat with 3 ladies they were supposed to enjoy the night with, when they had a terrible accident that claimed the lives of Ugo and Enkay. While Tobena's legs could no longer function, he became paralyzed together with the 3 ladies. So the next morning, Amarachi was seated in her parlor, enjoying herself, when her phone rang. picked it up and a voice spoke from the other end. "Are you Miss Tobena Uwachuku?" Amarachi was silent for a while, then responded, "Yes, I am." The voice said, "Your husband was involved in a terrible car accident and he is in the hospital at Lagos, Telina Hospital at Lagos. Two persons in the vehicle died, while your husband, his legs are badly injured. He may not be able to walk again. And with the three ladies, their legs are also badly injured. Can you come to the hospital now?" Amarachi paused for a while, then replied politely, "Sir, please, I'm not close to Lagos. Can you transfer him to Owerri General Hospital? I would be grateful for that." So Tobena was transferred to Owerri for treatment, and after some weeks in the hospital, he was discharged and he returned home. All through his stay in the hospital, Amarachi have been the one taking care of him, cleaning him up, feeding him, and even helping him to poo. So when they returned home, Tobena buried his face in shame. He started pleading and crying, asking Amarachi to forgive him. He said, Ami, my love, please forgive me. I know I have hurt you badly. I know I have hurt you for these past years. I'm truly sorry. I'm now a changed man. And by the grace of God, if I stand up on this wheelchair, I will treat you like a queen. Please, Ami, forgive me. Tobena said as tears rolled down his eyes. Amarachi laughed out loud. Hey, hey, hey. Kai, Amarachi, you have suffered. So Tobena, you think I'm a fool, right? You are now a changed man. After all these years, you put me through so much torture. You are now a changed man. Because you are now on wheelchair and you need someone to help you in doing everything you want to do. So now that your legs cannot carry you anymore, suddenly you have changed. Hey, hey, hey. Tell that to the birds of the air. Anyway, I don't have time at all for this rubbish you are spilling out of your mouth. I have packed all my things and that of my children, and we are leaving right away. You remember when you told me to leave, right? Yes, now is the time. I'm leaving with my children because I don't have time to take care of a vegetable, a crippled man that might never walk again. Just as the doctor said, me and my children, we are not caregivers. If you are looking for who will take care of you in this state, hey, I think you are forgetting something. You can call one of your baby mamas. Yes, they can come and take care of you. But as for me and my children, we are leaving. Bye, Tobena, she said, and she left with her children and never returned. Tobena was broken. He cried and cried and cried. He tried calling his two baby mamas, but after he narrated his situation to them, they cut the call and blocked his number. Tobena was left alone and he regretted his action. He wished he treated Amarachi better before now. He wished he could turn the hands of time, but it was too late. Hi, besties. It's your girl, Ify Best. Hope you enjoyed the story. Please let me know in the comments section your thoughts about the story. Did you think that Amarachi did the right thing by not forgiving her husband? Or she should have forgiven him? Please, I need your opinion on this. Let me know in the comment section. And your location where you are watching this beautiful story from. Please support your girl Ify Best by subscribing to my channel, like and share this story to your loved ones. Until I bring another story your way, bye.